To access the battery compartment on the end of the stock, so that's where we are. Take the butt plate and slide it up. First time you do it, you might think you're breaking the thing. The instructions weren't exactly all that clear. And there you go, you've got the battery that slides out. So it's housed in there. Simply connect the wires, stick them back in, which can be a bit of a pain. And there's this random big black tube right there, if you can see that, which is annoying. And then take your plate, slide it back down. I'm not going to do that right now because it is. Right now it's in a safe position, as shown there. Putting it to semi. And I'll just fire like that. Put into auto. There she goes. To undo the magazine, on the right side, push in this button, and the magazine will drop on its own weight. To put it back in, simply just slide it like that. Nice and simple. It's not loose or anything, stays in there quite. It didn't come with anything special, just a cheap little red dot, but it actually works. Simply turn the dial, get into a spot where you can see it. There. Off, on, off, on. It came with the handle dewey. I forget the name, but I'm gonna remember by the time this is all over. It's the way it works. It's got a removable handle with right now it's on long aiming. Turn that and you've got close distance aiming. There is a elevation dial, and on the right side you have the windage dial. It has 1/2-inch rails on the front, and underneath this you can remove it. Simply turn these things, lift it up. You've got a supposed 1/2-inch rail, but really it's a bit bigger and it's hard to mount things on it. I really have trouble putting my scope on this thing. To access the hop-up adjustment, it's in there, so pull this back even more, and there it is. Okay, this gun isn't half bad actually. I bought it from Walmart just to have it as a spare, thinking it wouldn't be that great, but it's actually pretty accurate and reliable. The only problem I've had was my fault. I was messing around on the internals and broke something, but it wasn't the gun's fault. That was all me. Nothing really feels plasticky except the dials, the red dot thing, it's all plasticky. Maybe the front thing, but the rest, although 90% of it is plastic, just doesn't feel like plastic. I don't know how to explain it really, but kind of feels like, how do I put this? In a way it feels like metal, but it doesn't get cold when it's cold, or hot when it's hot. If you know what I mean by that. But I really don't know how to put it. Okay, so it came with this pistol, also a flashlight that it had on there, which came not working. The hell, did it just work for a second? Sure, now it decides to work. Anyways, so right now it's on fire and safe. I think it's really not clear. I don't like the way the trigger sits in my hand. It's got a full inch rail on top, half on the bottom. And this is really a cheap pistol. I took out the mag. It weighs nothing. That's a sign instantly saying piece of crap. When you cock it, you can hear the signs of crappiness in the spring. And then when you fire, that kind of says crappy all over it. But it's made to resemble it says Colt Mark IV on it, but it's made to resemble probably a model 1911. That would be my best guess. The only good thing about it is that I can attach my laser on my tack light or any other attachments that I have. I hate the full inch lever rails because almost everything decent out there is made for a half inch. So bottom line, this gun is a piece of shit. And this gun isn't that bad, actually. It's pretty good.